Hey everybody, Jason Bermas here, and all hail Lord Elon, king of Twitter and free speech champion, right? That's what all those free thinkers are telling you out there. Well, I'm here to tell you that not so fast. Let's take a step back. Let's take a couple steps back. I mean, we're portraying Elon Musk as the Terminator. Oh, yes. Oh, he terminated the bad people like VJ, who I was no fan of, right? VJ Gad sat up there on Rogan like a little authoritarian, spoke legalese, spit out a bunch of Bernaysian talking points about why they should censor people on Twitter at the behest of what is really a new world order or great narrative agenda. It was then, it is now. And those people are fired. So Lord Elon, he's done it. All hail the Terminator, the Muskernuts. Well, before we get to why that's not a big deal that he fired those people, and before we get to a slew of other reasons that we might want to take a step back and think about this whole transaction and what occurred here. Because I'm really glad those people no longer have a job, right? But wait till you see what they walked away with. Account suspended. Oh, wait a minute. I thought Mr. Free Speech was going to let people back on the platform. David Icke, no way. No sirree, Bob. See ya, Icke. Icke launched this yesterday, appealed to get his account back. His son was retweeting it as well. Gone. Can't have David Icke on the platform still. And I saw a small clip of Tim Pool talking about that not only should Elon Musk obviously reinstate Alex Jones and others, which he should do, right? It's supposed to be about free speech, right, everybody? But take him on a tour of the Twitter headquarters. Now, I'll say this. That would be a huge stunt, a media stunt that I don't know that Musk or Duke could get away with. I don't know that actually plays into the character that the media has created around this guy. I think that might take it a step too far. In a way, I think it would kind of be brilliant. But I want people to understand right here, right now, that the people that just got fired, right, really not going to be the biggest deal to them. Because of the shares they got in their job, they're going to receive nearly $200 million. Most of them in like the $50 million range. Now, can you imagine being at a job for less than a decade, right? You're at a job well less than a decade. It's a power position, but you don't really have to do much other than regurgitate talking points to again, fit narratives that allow for censorship and usually do them under rather low stakes, right? Because even when there's like government hearings on these things, so much of the money donated to these puppets allows them to paint this narrative that we should censor more, right? Okay? It's wild. But you get fired from that job in an apparent purge. The purge has begun. Ha 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 ha. The bird is free. Lord Elon has told me. Lord Elon says he is free. And yet you can't even have David Icke on Twitter. And these people are walking away with tens of millions of dollars. And they'll get some other shitty tens of millions of dollars position at some other media outlet, whether it be social media or some podcasting network they throw together, or they try to throw them into the mainstream mix, whatever. These people constantly, because they have served the system, are recycled. By the way, I want to get you guys' opinions, on all of this. So get your questions and comments in now. And before we get going and we show some clips, and I'm actually going to start with a clip that's pro-Elon, where Elon tells the truth about population collapse, not control. All right, and how this idea, and he's sitting next to Axel Springer, and Axel Springer is this big media outlet guy. He's a Bilderberg guy. Okay? It's an interesting conversation because he says some of the right things, but what is he actually doing? What's he doing? Now, thumbs this up, subscribe, and share. Down below are the links. And by the way, we got an exclusive over at Red Voice right now. Guess what? We start the show tomorrow. That's 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. First hour is going to be free. Second hour is going to be free via audio. But if you want the big shebang or you want to watch along like this, it's redvoicemedia.net/Jason. You can start for $1 for the first month. See if you like it, but we're doing it. We're going live. You go to Podbean and listen to it, and then you can also call into the second hour. Very excited about interacting with all you guys as well. Let's just go through these on Twitter, ironically, because we're big time irony over here. Hey, at Elon Musk, I thought Twitter was supposed to improve with you as chief twit, not get worse. Why is this showing up suddenly? Wow, so David Icke's not allowed to have a page, and now the Free Thought Project may be linked to a harmful website. Has anybody checked all the other websites out there? BitChute still harmful? Wait, he freed the bird. He freed the bird. Oh. Then this Alan McLeod did a great piece on Elon Musk not being a renegade, but he talks about Michael Griffin, all right, and how basically he mentored Musk via the CIA and NASA. And NASA is a front for the military-industrial complex. We're not going to the moon and Mars with Elon. Ooh, it's not about protecting us from the evil asteroids that are all in the media that are going to destroy humanity. I mean, every Chicken Little scenario for control, they throw at you. All right? So Muskernuts is failing on a lot of this stuff. And SpaceX, right, just last week, while all this Twitter fiasco thing was going on, surpassed Boeing as the #1 military-industrial complex contractor for NASA, which has a huge budget. Let me say that again. Huge budget. Like this tweet. Thinking Elon Musk bought Twitter to protect free speech is like thinking Bill Gates bought all that farmland to keep you fed. Remember, Bill loves corn. He's a corn man. And that was the Free Thought Project's tweet right there. So he's failing on big time scales. Now, he's talking about population collapse, but he wants you to live in a glorified trailer. Okay? A glorified trailer for $15,000. The Sustain-A-Home. Get in your pod. He's part of the carbon scam. He wants full track trace database, digital ID everywhere. He's putting up the digital skin Starlink that's being used in warfare in this Ukrainian conflict that may spark World War III. These are the facts of Elon Musk. And so far, I haven't seen him fix anything on Twitter yet, guys. A couple people got their accounts back. Whoa! Wow! Oof! Ho-ho-ho! Big wow. All right? And remember, they've portrayed this guy as a maverick, as a leader for some time now. For some 2021's Man of the Year, Person of the Year, non-binary of the year, whatever it is. But I want to say it again. No Ike. No, David. Not allowed to be on the platform. So we'll see. But hey, again, get your questions and comments in. Although we're going to actually play some rough stuff where Musk just promises you the best. Remember, this is a UBI guy. All right. He just promises you everything's going to be great because he's building robots as well. So let's give him his due right here. Let's give him his due. And this is where he is truthful, just like Kurzweil is truthful, that we are not overpopulated. And if you watched my video earlier this week with the partial part of the documentary from Truthstream Media, which is amazing, we talk about this inherent value system by the powers that be over generations, that the world is overpopulated and we have to cull people. All right? And they always make up an excuse why they need to cull people. And this is Malthusianism. And they're not shy about this whatsoever. They're very much social Darwinists. They've ruled. They will continue to rule. They deserve to rule. Period. And especially now we talk about sustainability. That's a code word for your standard of living going down, more command and control under the guise of what? Nature. This is also what the new Terra Carta is. Now, Musk admits, just like Kurzweil admits, we've barely used any of the usable land on the planet. 8 billion's nothing. We've got tons of resources, guys. Tons of resources. If we actually want humanity to flourish, it's not the plan, Stan. All right, too many people to manage by too few that want power.
Well, AI is certainly one of the biggest risks. It could be the biggest risk. I think we need to watch out about population collapse. This is somewhat counterintuitive to most people. They think that, well, there's so many humans, maybe too many humans, but that's just because they live in a city. If you're in an aircraft and you look down, they say, if you dropped a cannonball, how often would you hit a person? Basically never.
Basically never. Now, he's telling the truth right there. So again, Axel Springer, media mogul, and Bilderberg attendee almost every year for the last decade, if not every year. I'd have to look it up, but he's been there quite a bit. I believe Luke Rudkowski got him on camera and confronted him. And he's talking to one of these guys that's command and control and authoritarian and utilizes media to do so. And he's telling him, hey, no. So Elon's saying the right things here, but then his Tesla, which is subsidized by the government, is all about this agenda. And so is the automation agenda with the robots, which you're going to see. And he's the military-industrial complex guy. So everything he's saying here is true. I'm with him. I'm with you, Elon.
In fact, there's stuff falling in from space all the time. Natural meteorites, old rocket stages, all the time. But nobody worries about it because the actual, in fact, there's a good cool website called Wait But Why, and this guy Tim Urban, like, he actually just did the math, and all humans on Earth could fit in the city of New York on one floor. Don't even need the upper floors. So that's actually the cross section of humans as seen from Earth is extremely tiny, basically vanishingly small, almost nothing. So we need to watch out about population collapse. Low birth rates, I think, is a big risk. And it's also not exactly top secret. You can go look at the Wikipedia, birth rate. So, and this is actually this is definitely the civilization ends with a whimper, not a bang, because it would be a sad ending, where the average age becomes very high, and really the youth are effectively de facto enslaved to take care of the old people. This is not a good way to end.
But again, that's why they're building automation and robots, and they kind of have this plan in which so many people aren't really going to have to be taken care of, but by the system, but by the robots, but by the metaverse, right? Ray Kurzweil talking about VR that goes well beyond just equipment and well beyond just a human brain interface, like what Elon Musk is promoting, wireless internet in your head, right? Well beyond that, where we get to what? Nanobots that are in your entire system and create a virtual environment as they switch off the sensors in your body where you can interpret the actual physical universe around you. I know, it sounds like science fiction stuff. These are the people with the money. Remember, Kurzweil's the head of the immortality division over at Google, Calico. Get those questions and comments in. Guys, we're going to go to them in a bit, but we got a lot more to show you right here. I'm going to end that clip there. And I'm going to show you that he's the #1 defense contractor, has been. Kash Patel talks about it before everybody heard about Starlink. Starlink is a military-industrial complex program. All right, the militarized version is openly called Blackjack. They use Mandrake 2 satellites. They have a backdoor into this satellite system. It's all NASA-sponsored. Again, McLeod. Read his work. Find out about Michael Griffin. Find out about really the history of agencies like DARPA, the Central Intelligence Agency, and NASA, and how they intertwine so much, especially when you're talking about black projects. All right, when you're talking about the stuff that is beyond classified, that is, to most people, probably imagination land and completely compartmentalized. And that's on purpose, with a ton of disinfo sprinkled in. So here you go. Here's Kash Patel letting you know that Elon Musk makes the scratch.
He is doing some cool stuff in space and everything. He's doing a ton of stuff that you would think is so global. He is literally launching this thing called Starlink, which almost no one knows about, but he's been building for 5 years, which is free Wi-Fi for the world.
Which is amazing.
The world.
It's going to change everything.
Everything's going to change everything. Oh, more stuff for everybody. It's going to be free. It's going to be great. It's going to be automated. Yay, it's going to change everything.
And there again, no one's talking about, you think the Democrats would be championing this, like, oh, I can be in Central Sahara, Africa, and get Wi-Fi on my $3 million phone.
Yeah.
You know, but they're not. And if you've actually watched one of these satellite link uploads, it's like a string of pearls being dropped in the night sky. It's really cool. I mean, we're all paying for it. This is why he's so rich. DOD's biggest, like, contractor is Elon Musk.
Oh, better keep that kind of an open secret, huh?
Oh, very interesting. I just learned something I didn't.
I'll never get hired from him now. Can you edit that out?
Oh, can you edit that out? Oh, Kash, you're a funny guy. So the next clip is about 6 minutes long. All right. And this is kind of like the watch along portion of the program, because Elon's promising you the world with a cheap robot. They say they're going to put out for like $20,000. This is after they've taken away the robot they have walk on its own that has the wires come out that doesn't even look like a Johnny Five bot, right? And they have the more stylized, polished thing, and Elon gets to speak. And again, he's saying, he literally says that you will be able to have whatever you want. Let me repeat that. You will be able to have whatever you want. These are false promises, folks. False promises indeed. But let's get to the clip. Let's play old Elon at the Muskernuts Optimus unveiling.
So here you're seeing Optimus with these are with the degrees of freedom that we expect to have in Optimus Production Unit 1, which is the ability to move all the fingers independently, to have the thumb have 2 degrees of freedom, so it has opposable thumbs, and both left and right hand, so it's able to operate tools and do useful things. Our goal is to make a useful humanoid robot as quickly as possible. And we've also designed it using the same discipline that we use in designing the car, which is to design it for manufacturing such that it's possible to make the robot in high volume at low cost with high reliability. So that's incredibly important. I mean, you've all seen very impressive humanoid robot demonstrations, and that's great, but what are they missing? They're missing a brain. They don't have the intelligence to navigate the world by themselves. And they're also very expensive and made in low volume. Whereas Optimus is designed to be an extremely capable robot, but made in very high volume, probably ultimately millions of units, and it is expected to cost much less than a car.
I'll just bring it directly to the right here.
I would say probably less than $20,000.
So let's just go over what he's saying here. I know a lot of people have pointed, and James Corbett rightfully pointed this out when he did his latest Musk piece, which was extremely well done and very much worth watching. Now, he points out that basically the DARPA robots that you're seeing do not have the internalized brain system that you see in, say, a Tesla and what they're trying to put in this. And that may be correct. But I also want to put out there that everything you're seeing that DARPA is putting out there via Boston Dynamics and MIT is the unclassified stuff. Let me repeat that, the unclassified stuff. Underground, I would imagine that they are far more advanced than what they are showing you, but at the same time probably still can't mass produce those things. And as such, they not only put stuff like the DARPA stuff out there, but they put that out there so that the engineers aren't that far behind when they are able to mass produce certain things and start to bring that technology to a consumer level. And who knows, this Optimus bot could be another 4 or 5 years out. But the intention overall is one of, quote unquote, not only productivity improvement, which means what? more automation, more robotization. But the idea that this robot is very human-like and get us more and more to accept their transhumanist goals and merging with machines and accepting things like a UBI as we are automated out.
Would be my guess.
Okay.
The potential for Optimus is, I think, appreciated by very few people.
Hey!
As usual, Tesla demos are coming in hot.
Oh, they're coming in hot, buddy.
So,
Okay, that's good. That's good.
yeah. The team's the team has put in an incredible amount of work, working days, 7 days a week, burning the 3 a.m. oil.
Burning the 3 a.m. oil. I mean, no offense, guys, and I get it. They're playing him up, and he's not the best speaker, and he's supposed to be kind of like this semi-autistic genius. But what a time for the media, military-industrial complex, and culture itself to put such weak people out in front. Such unimpressive people, right? They used to have a polish to them, at least. There's really not much polish anymore.
To get to the demonstration today, super proud of what they've done. They've really done a great job. I'd just like to give a hand to the whole Optimus team. So, now there's still a lot of work to be done to refine Optimus and improve it. Obviously, this is just Optimus version 1.
Oh, there's a ton to be done just to get the thing operational and convince anybody that they want to purchase it for any other reason other than to say, like, I had the first Jetson-style robot in my house that can't do much. You got a long ways to go, buddy. No doubt about it.
And that's really why we're holding this event, which is to convince some of the most talented people in the world, like you guys, to join Tesla and help make it a reality.
So again, let's convince you to push this forward, all right, because I'm going to promise you the world right now.
And bring it to fruition at scale such that it can help millions of people. Mm-hmm. And the potential, like I said, is really boggles the mind, because you have to say, like, what is an economy? An economy is sort of productive entities times their productivity, capita times output, productivity per capita. At the point at which there is not a limitation on capita, it's not clear what an economy even means at that point. An economy becomes quasi-infinite.
An economy becomes quasi-infinite. And we're going to play you Mr. NASA himself, Bushnell, talking about productivity improvement and talking about wealth within these economies. And what it absolutely means is them trying to create that virtual era where there aren't that many people on there. They instigate population control that changes everything. Instigate population control that changes everything. That's what they say.
So what taken to fruition in the hopefully benign scenario.
So taken to fruition in the hopefully benign scenario. This is the imagination land scenario, in my opinion. But that's just me. That's just me. Let's see what Elon has to say. He's about to promise us the world.
This means a future of abundance, a future where there is no poverty, where you can have whatever you want.
You can have whatever you want. Oh, yes. And do we really have scarcity in 2022? Or do we have planned obsolescence and artificial scarcity? What do we exactly have in 2022, Elon, with the leaders in charge now, that you take billions, tens of billions, hundreds of billions, more than likely, in fundage? I mean, he spent $44 billion liquid on Twitter. He increased his wealth over the COVID-19 84 nightmare 600%. He dealt in meme coins. He was a big CureVac guy. Produced a lot of the you-know-what. Big money hustling, Elon. And now he's promising you the world and the end of poverty because he's creating a robot that kind of looks like a human that's there to replace you. Oh, in the benign scenario, should this ever come to fruition, we'll change the world. You'll have whatever you want. With unicorns and rainbows and lollipops all day. Let's continue here. Actually, let's run it back. Just listen to this nonsense. We've heard it all before.
A future of abundance, a future where there is no poverty, where you can have whatever you want in terms of products and services. It really is a fundamental transformation of civilization as we know it. Obviously, we want to make sure that transformation is a positive one and safe. But that's also why I think Tesla as an entity doing this, being a single class of stock, publicly traded, owned by the public, is very important and should not be overlooked. I think this is essential because then if the public doesn't like what Tesla's doing, the public can buy shares in Tesla and vote differently.
Wait a minute. You just bought a company and made it a private company, and it's the reverse of that, and you failed to save it, in my opinion. Where's Ike? You already suspended him. Freedom Project, apparently still pretty dangerous. Have you taken any of the measures to end the harmful algorithms, the shadow banning? Huh? It's great. Let's get the bots out of there too, buddy. I want the bots out of there as well. But now, he's playing this. He plays both sides of the field all the time. All the time. And by the way, if you think he's the one tweeting all the time, I'm sure he does tweet a lot. There's a whole team behind this guy. Put out a funny meme like, they got an algorithm run 3 to 5 times a day. Let's let him finish up here.
This is a big deal. It's very important that I can't just do what I want. Sometimes people think that, but it's not true. It's very important that the corporate entity that makes this happen is something that the public can properly influence.
Good luck. He's not wrong about that point. He's not wrong about that point. That's why we're talking about this. So he tells you some truth some of the time.
So I think the Tesla structure is ideal for that. And like I said, that self-driving cars will certainly have a tremendous impact on the world. I think they will improve the productivity of transport by at least a half order of magnitude, perhaps an order of magnitude, perhaps more. Optimus, I think, has maybe a 2 order of magnitude potential improvement.
So just think about what he's talking about there. They're trying to automate all of vehicles, all right? And he says a half to maybe an order of magnitude, maybe a little bit more. This is 2+. Think about how many people they want to automate out of jobs. And that's why we're going to play this NASA 2011, still around Dennis Bushnell clip, and we've played it ad nauseum here. But people have to understand, sustainability is a code word for your standard of living plummeting, and productivity improvement is a code word for all of it ending, basically. The machines creating the wealth in these new economies, and no need for human beings. Don't even have 100 thumbs up, by the way, over on YouTube. Can we get them up? Okay, so here's Elon wrapping it up on the Optimus bot.
In economic output, it's not clear. It's not clear what the limit actually even is. So
think about what he just said there. What the limit even is on the economic output of automating you out of anything, bringing in humanoid-like robots. Let's bring that back.
Economic output, it's not clear. It's not clear what the limit actually even is. but we need to do this in the right way. We need to do it carefully and safely,
Oh, yeah.
and ensure that the outcome is one that is beneficial to civilization and one that humanity wants. This is also it's extremely important, obviously. So, and I hope you will consider joining Tesla to achieve those goals.
Let's achieve it. Let's get into sustainability and productivity improvement with Dennis Bushnell.
In fact, prevention of collapse of the ecosystem has now become the overwhelming issue. Current food production is based on freshwater plants.
Remember, it's all about we don't have enough. Scarcity, just like he talked about, and us destroying things. Human beings are bad. We went over this in that video with TruthStream Media and how they're always talking about this type of thing. Always trying to manage less and less human beings. Club of Rome says humanity ends up being the enemy in this scenario. So it's about what these ecosystems and how fragile they are and how we're destroying them.
I.e. glycophytes. We're running out of fresh water, as you know. The code word is sustainability. The crashing of the ecosystem is due to population growth and the way we're now living, our standard of living.
Our standards of living, population growth, we're bad.
The estimates vary between 30 and 50% of a planet that we're currently short to sustain the standard of living and the current population, much less the population growth. As the Asians and their billions come up as they are at 9 to 11% growth rate to Western standards of living, we're going to be short 3 more planets, and they're not readily available. This will result in peak everything. This will result in standards of living plunging. So this is Malthus 101.
Oh, Malthusianism. What we talked about in the program, Malthus 101. Huh.
Innate ecosystem restrictions and shortfalls will necessarily shift world econometrics from a growth mantra to one of sustainability.
You're seeing it now.
With possible population control instigated along the way.
Possible population control instigated along the way. What's it going to do, Dennis? Is it going to change everything?
It changes everything. In terms of employment, just as an example, we are in a jobless economic recovery. There's about 7 million jobs missing. Some of them were globalized and offshore, about a third. The rest of them are gone. The code word is productivity improvement, which is a code word for ever better automation and robotization.
Oh, wait a minute. Productivity improvement? That's another code word like sustainability? And it's for automation and robotization, Dennis? Weird. Just odd. Huh.
If you look at the way the robots are going, human-level machine intelligence from the IBM Blue Brain Project is now about 10 to 15 years out. Via biomimetics, where they've nanosectioned the neocortex and they're replicating in silicon, okay? And they're having great success at all of this. So this is not soft computing, this is via biomimetics. We have looked 20, 30 years out with the way robotics and automation and machine intelligence is going at what jobs the machines cannot do. The answer is none. We thought we need human touch labor in nursing homes for a while, but the Japanese 2 years ago put robots in nursing homes, and patients like them much better than the humans. The machines are creating wealth within the strictures of the ecosystem capability. The machines are reducing costs, okay, producing wealth, but the humans increasingly can't compete.
We can't compete. It's over. It's over. So, with that being said, let's go to your questions and comments. Thank you, Don. I hope you enjoyed the show so far. Let's hear what everybody has to say about Lord Muskernuts. All hail Elon, Lord of the Muskernuts and the Terminator. He terminated them. Oh, ja. Oh, let's go down the line here. Silent wars between the Illuminati, new money, and old money still feel the same, feeds the same military-industrial complex. I've stopped thinking we'd have to expect perfection out of people on the front lines like Musk. Listen, it's not about perfection. Look at what he's doing. And has he solved the Twitter issue? Is it really freedom of speech? Can a guy like me now flourish on that platform instead of eking and crawling forward over the last decade plus? Can that happen? That's test numero uno. Not a good sign Ike got suspended already. Not a good sign at all. He let Kanye West back on, apparently. Woohoo. Brandon got booed by Obama crowd. Haha. If society is still going to play the my vote counts and my evil leader is not as evil as yours, I hope Brandon gets another 6 years for laughs. Ugh. The Musker nuts to the rescue. Imagine Brandon 2029 in a wheelchair drooling, having a computer talk for him. We will be laughing all the way to nuclear holocaust. Oh, boy. I imagine it being spelled more like, yes, hashtag duh Musker nuts. DJ Musker nuts featuring DARPA or with the NASA rockets. That'd be good. Or NASA nanosats. That's better. Right? Featuring the NASA nanosets. I love it. So Musker nuts has the twit. He's going to get everyone on board for the next piece of technology slavery. All hail Neuralink. DARPA technology. Yummy, yummy, yummy. It's not in my tummy. It's in my brain. He wants to tie Twitter into his Starlink internet identification system eventually. The X app, apparently. We played that clip from Spiro. Spiro doing a lot of good work on the Musker nuts himself. Well, not he, but rather. And by the way, again, let's get some thumbs up over here. And remember, tomorrow, 8 a.m., we're going to be live on these platforms here for the first hour. But then we're going to be exclusive at Red Voice Media and the audio over at Podbean. That second hour, you're going to be able to call into the show. We're doing it. We're doing it live, 8 to 10, Monday through Thursday. redvoicemedia.net/Jason to sign up for the premium and help support the broadcast. Let's see. What up, JB? Hey there, Bermas Brigade. Hope everyone is enjoying their weekend. Let's make sure there's no tips over at Rockfin. Nope, we're tipless over at Rockfin. You can jump the line if you are watching on the Rockfin. Let's see. How you doing, Scott, by the way? Good afternoon. Howdy. Good evening. I'm not from England, but I'll pretend you meant me. Good evening, Blue. Hey, Scott. Good to see you. They will all get better jobs with the military-industrial complex. They ain't fired. They need accountability. Howdy, Bermas Brigade. LOL. Blue Unicorn, always a pleasure. Musk is full of shizzle. Plain as that. Hey, Karen, how we doing? Oh, we got a Rockfin tip right there. Aram, hey, JB. Have you seen the movie Endangered Species with Robert Urich from the 1980s? I have not. Send me a link in the DMs. Let's see. Hey, at Melissa Triss. Hey there, Karen. Always great to see you. Thanks, Scott. What a tour. Pointless. Sweaty he is. That's why he had that musky smell. And I think you spelled asshat wrong. Musk is a simple asshat. They took my stream down. They took your stream down, Karen? Yikes. Why'd they do that? You know that it's rough here. Copyright claim. Interesting. Like Prince Charles said, they have trillions to see that this takeover happens. I mean, yeah, they have trillions, exactly. They have more money than is circulated in the economy. It's go check it out. Great documentary, Truth Stream Media. They're kicking Arnis and taking names. So how many people are leaving Twitter now like they left America in 2016? Just last night. Okay. Musk needs people because humans and data mining is the new oil. Yes, redvoicemedia.net/Jason. redvoicemedia.net/Jason. There's other links down below. There's the Buy Me a Coffee link. We could always use that. I need your support. I got you scheduled, switched around, so I'm never up that late anymore. Yeah, me too. I'm going to have to be getting up at like 5 in the morning. So 5 in the morning here, because 7 a.m. here is when this goes. So 7 to 9 a.m. Central Time. That's right, Eastern time. We're going to be very, very early, but this is going to let us do a lot of things during the day and maybe even get another broadcast in during the day. I don't know if it has anything to do with anything, but where he supposedly put 44,000 Skynet, then his purchase of Twitter, 44 billion, just saying it's probably nothing. And remember, 12,000 plus now over in the Ukraine. How we doing, Elijah? Good to see you. Bad asteroids. Yes, they did. Ooh, the DART program. Ooh, Musk. Musk is using that space money to build his underground city. Nobody is leaving this planet. It's on a timer for its own reset. It's like Galaxy Quest. Did you guys ever watch the show? Hey, Karen. Hope you're well. Exactly. Preach it, brother. Preach it. We're preaching something. Let's see. Nobody can get government permission to build those small homes on property. Only ones who do it are people with money trying to trend. I haven't seen much of a difference on Twitter. How long do you think it will be before the starry-eyed hopefuls realize that Musk is actually a fraud agent of the globalists? Yeah, once they reinstate Jones, we will see indeed. We'll see what that happens. We got another Tipsky and Hutch. Oh, Aram! Bazinga, my friend. Well then, happy JB Oween. We appreciate that $100 bill. That Ben Franklin. What? Thank you. Yeah, Halloween is right around the corner. It's tomorrow. Yes. There was a time when I was running the Red Jug pub right here that I would be working my ace off because it would have been Halloween weekend throughout. We would have been throwing parties in the middle of the week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, doing stuff, and then Monday is the actual Halloween, right? I would have needed 26 costumes, apparently. So it's nice to be sitting back, relaxing. The girls are growing up, but they're still doing their thing on Halloween. And my girlfriend and her daughter are getting ready for Halloween. I actually did some pumpkin carving while I was still over in Virginia. I've even got a picture of the pumpkin somewhere. But other than that, you know what is a good idea? I have to go shopping. I have to get a bunch of candy. Damn it, there's some text to be made. All right, I just thought about that. And I'm writing a op-ed piece over at the River City Reader. It's going to be on Elon Musk, and a lot of the things that we covered here are also going to be covered in that piece. My son quoted that after seeing the DARPA robots, it's like they watched Terminator and said, hey, we should totally do that. Will Twitter bring back WikiLeaks and AJ? I don't know. WikiLeaks was banned. I thought WikiLeaks was still on there. Didn't he say he wants to make some sort of WeChat out of it? That's the X app, apparently. David Icke has been hot on their trail all along, and his track record speaks for itself. I hope you're aware that Elon is not all he seems. Oh, really? Really no one? Interesting you would say that. People going to be live feeding their lunch plates from the Musk robot at home while on Twitter. We knew it's just part of the pre-planned show. He is one of the elite. He is definitely not on We the People's side. No Ike, etc. Smoke and mirrors. Precise. Yeah, David Icke would be taken more seriously if he had left the shape-shifting alien thing out of his books. He's like a master chef creating a delicious salad and then poops right on it. That was an old AJ line, the turd in the punch bowl on him. I used to have those kind of feelings about Ike too, and there's still things I disagree with Ike on, a lot of things, but what I respect about Ike is he's kind of stayed down his road the whole way. And he says, if you don't like it, believe something else. You know, for instance, he talks about the holographic universe. And I think some of the metaphysics is there and the quantum computing is there, and he's right there. When I say quantum computing, I want to say quantum physics as well, like those type of realities. But at the end of the day, I also don't believe in the multiverse or that we're in a simulation, right? I don't think that's what this is. I think that this is the battle for good and evil. I think we have a soul. I think we have a flesh and blood universe that we can do incredible things in as we realize we have incredible power. So on a lot of things, we're on the same page. On others, we might not be. But he's pro-free speech, so really that's all that matters. That's really it. That's the bar at this point. And Musk saying he's pro-free speech is him saying he's pro-free speech and then banning David Icke. Again, just want to put that out there. Good evening, everybody from England, UK. Hey, what up, JB? Hey there, Bermas Brigade. Hope everyone is enjoying their weekend. There's Scott. Let's see. They will get, I'll get better jobs with the military industrial complex. They ain't fired. They need accountability. Howdy. How we doing, Melissa? Good to see you. It's a pleasure. Oh, wait. Have we done all this? Yes, we have. We've done all that. See? Let's see where we're really at. Oh, looks like there was a sex chat bot in there. Fantastic. We love when that happens. I can't stand Elon's voice. Elon's a snake, but playing with the masses because he has the ableness to do so. So he's just toying with the population, not to mention he thinks he's so much smarter, and if he F's up, we will still buy his, great information. I don't kill the messenger. Hey, Chris. Yes, I can't stand Trudeau's voice, and people need to say, play the song Beer for My Horse and Do What the Song States by Willie Nelson. I don't know that song. Musker, what I want is you to use your Starlink against the Illuminati and Predator ruling class elites, not society. Yeah, good luck with all that. The robot is super generic. It looks like RoboCop 2 Reject. This is just for public consumption. Dr. Phil on Rogan was great. Dr. Phil went on Rogan, huh? Interesting. You know what, guys? We've been going 46 minutes. I think that we are actually going to wrap it up. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it one more time. I'm going to say it and say it and say it. Red Voice Media. We're doing it 8 a.m. Monday. Get that premium subscription for the first month for $1. It's $10 a month otherwise, or $100 for the year. Use redvoicemedia.net/Jason. You're going to see more of guys like Dennis Bushnell and others. We're going to be having guests on, and you're going to be able to call in. Even if you don't have the premium, the audio will be going through for the full 2 hours, and hutch, all right, over at Podbean. So we're bringing the Podbean back. I'm very excited about that. We're doing a premium show Monday through Thursday where the first hour is free. All the other links are down below. This isn't about left or right. It's always about right and wrong. I can't wait to see you there. And look for that piece in the River City Reader, rcreader.com, coming up in the next week or so. So I love you guys. Thanks so much. And I will see you all on the flip side.